Maria Shumskaya is a molecular biologist currently working in the field of plant science. She enjoys operating in a multinational environment and teaching and training people from all over the world.
Hi Maria, thanks for joining us today. It's a pleasure to be here with you. I understand that you have a PhD in biology.
Right.
How is it like teaching general biology at Lehman College?
Students look in the microscope and they're like 19 years old or 20 years old, and
Yeah.
it's the first time when they see a cell.
Yeah.
And they just took a cell from the cheek and put it in there
yeah.
with a stain, like, oh my god, this
Yeah.
is my cell! They're so excited. I'm also extremely excited.
Yeah.
And if they actually understand what they're doing and they're doing it well, they have very good potential to be successful in biology
Yeah.
or health sciences.
Yeah. What are some of the methods you use aside from application-based? Because I think that is the most fundamental approach, that you want to relate everything via its importance to life. But how do you encourage people, or how do you allow students to really absorb all the materials and all the different genes and
So-called old school
Yeah.
teaching? I was taught like that.
Yes.
So we were asked to memorize all these components of a Krebs cycle,
Yes.
and in my life I never ever had to repeat all those
Yeah.
components in a row. And if I
Exactly.
need something, I just open the book and it's right
Exactly.
there, or even better, I can open my computer and Google it, and I know that there is a citric acid
Yes.
that is going to lose an atom or join an atom, and it's fine. What was I supposed to do with that knowledge? I don't understand. And many students were asking professors, okay, what are we going to do with this knowledge? And the professors were, okay, you grow up, you will understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think you don't need to be a grown up to understand things. But if you design a set of questions and problems that students have to solve, by solving those problems, they will learn how to analyze situation, how to synthesize it based on that. Synthesize a story, put a story together.
Yeah.
And that's what I do during the lecture. People who are graduated from fine arts, like writers, journalists, you know,
Yeah.
all these people, they outperform
Yeah.
people from scientific departments.
Yes.
Because people from scientific departments don't read and write.
And I understand the convenience of teachers giving multiple choice. You give it, put it in a Scantron machine, and then you just have to grade some short answers. I think the best examinations are things that are maybe 10% multiple choice and everything else just short answers and essays. How good of a teacher are you? And not by you, but I mean in the student's perspective. As a student, can you teach the things you learn? If you can, then you know what you've learned. You know, if a student can teach another student and this other student understands, now you know that the student A who's teaching now is now someone who conceptually understands something, and he'll be fine. He can go on, do grad school, med school, whatever it is. If you had the choice, would you go to med school or still stick with a PhD?
If I was born in the United States as an American person, that's a different question. I would probably go to med school. Economically wise and money wise, med school makes much more sense than a PhD program. With a PhD, when you're undergrad, then you're grad, then you're postdoc, when you're another postdoc, then you're professor, you're still miserable and you make no money.
You know, PhDs in biology are severely underpaid, and they need to change this. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome, and it was a pleasure speaking with you. It was very
It was a pleasure.